7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? What is good? Oh my goodness, it feels good. I think it's gonna rain again. Pretty much every day there's a chance of rain with this goddamn humidity. Absolutely ridiculous. But long story short, this video, I'm just gonna have a little a little chit chat about what bikes, what top 5 beginner bikes under 600 cc's and also under $5,000 that I think are great bikes to start on. And I'm going to start off with the Suzuki GSX 250R. Now I know you guys, I can already hear you guys just typing away, just crying on the inside. Mike, 250, really small. Females, males, doesn't matter. New riders, easy to feel comfortable. Easy to feel comfortable on, and it's you know, a catchy looking little bike. It looks good. So that is pick number 1. You can pretty much buy one. I know you can get like a 2018 for under $5,000 easy, like brand new off the showroom floor. Grab like an old model. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Bob's your uncle. I've seen a bunch around, like brand new, like 1 kilometer on the fucking bike for like $4,400. So it's really not a bad deal. I know that you're not gonna feel like if you're merging on any kind of highways or anything like that, that it's not gonna necessarily pick up speed as fast, so you may not feel as confident in heavy, fast-moving traffic. So if that's the case, I do think the CBR 500R, stop fucking looking at me and watch where you're going, lady. Trust me. You watch where you're going, I'm just fine. I hate when people do that stuff. It's very dangerous. But the Honda CBR 500R is a great bike. It's a fantastic bike. It looks real good. I think it looks really good anyway. It looks extremely sporty, and that's the thing. Is these are, you know, my picks for beginner bikes under 600 cc, under $5,000 that you can pick up. They're sport bikes or a sporty. Another obvious one is actually the R3. Extremely popular. It doesn't look like a 300 cc sport bike. It looks bigger, unless you know exactly what you're looking at. Yeah, get the fuck over, man. There's more than one lane, god damn it. So, you know, it doesn't look like, I know it says R3 on the side, so most people will know immediately it's a 300 cc, but it doesn't really look at it. So to the untrained eye, you could have a 600 or whatever. They're good looking bikes, and a lot of people really enjoy them. They track them. Rhino Dan, he used to race his R3 until he had you know, his health issues, and then he had to kind of give up racing. I'll have the link to his channel in the description. He's a great guy, but he raced R3, so you can have a lot of fun. Don't let nobody tell you any different that 300 cc's are no fun. And of course, the Ninja 400. I do think the new Ninja 400 is way better than the Ninja 300. I've ridden the Ninja 300, and it's not a bad bike. It doesn't look like a 300. It doesn't say 300 anywhere on it. You know, so I would go up a notch and get out of the 300 range, and then the Ninja 400 is where I would go with that. on every single one of these bikes as well, the tire sizes, the tires are cheap on them. So you're not talking like the same price as what it's going to cost you on a 600cc Super Sport, and definitely not what tires going to cost you on a 1000cc Super Bike. So you know you're not going to be wasting a whole bunch of money. They're cheap to fix within reason, cheap to maintain, and cheap on tires. If some of you guys want to start on something different, you guys want to start on something different, you guys don't want to have what everybody else has. Everybody has a Ninja 300 or 400. Everybody has an R3. You know what I mean? Lots of people have CBR 500s. You know, if you want something different as a beginner bike, honestly, KTM RC 390 looks faster than most bikes on the streets. It looks faster than most 600s. You're gonna have a lot of fun. So, you know, if you want something different, think outside the box, you know, and you're like, ooh, you know, everybody's got these 300s, everybody's got these Ninjas, blah, blah, blah. Try out the KTM RC 390. It's a gorgeous bike. I mean, I would ride it. I'm not even in that class of like thinking about that size of bike, and I would rock that bike. That bike is stunning. That is my opinion. I personally, my top pick out of all those, if I could do it again, would be the KTM RC 390. I think that bike is the cat's ass. So yeah, you just gotta, you know, keep in mind that every one of these bikes I mentioned, with the exception of the GSX 250R, you know, the Ninja 400, the R3, the RC 390, and the CBR 500R, you can all pick up used and like relatively new, but new, like within the last, like, let's say 5 years, relatively low kilometers for under $5,000. Now the GSX 250R, like I said, you can pick up last year's floor model, brand friggin' new, for under $5,000. Now I know 250s aren't everybody's cup of tea, so that's why I mentioned a couple other bikes that I think are kind of cool. You know, personally, everybody has an R3 or a Ninja 300, so if you want to, you can get one of those. You can get a Ninja 400, but personally, I would sway as a new rider an RC 390. It's something different, not something you see every day. Personal preference, I like something different. Especially with beginner bikes, there's so little to choose from for decent beginner bikes. It makes it really difficult. It's almost like I understand why sometimes new riders want to start on some of these bigger bikes because they're cooler. There's not that many cool options, but those 5 bikes I mentioned are actually pretty cool looking. You can always sell them in a year. They hold their value very well, and they resell fast. So it's not like you're going to be sitting on these things for years. Like for me to sell this Aprilia RSV4, I have to find a buyer who wants to, for one, spend the money, and two, that wants this bike and that knows what it is. Most people have no idea what it is. Most people, shit you not. It doesn't matter. You know how many people I come across that ride motorcycles that have zero clue what this bike is. Zero clue. So, that's that. Those are my top 5 picks for beginner motorcycles, beginner sport bike motorcycles, under 600 cc's and under $5,000 that aren't old as dirt. Nobody wants a motorcycle that's old as dirt that you're going to be fixing all the time. All of these bikes that I mentioned are like 2010 and up. 2010 model years and up. Most of them are actually 2016s. I was looking at 2016s, 2017s, just beautiful bikes. So there's lots of great bikes to choose from. You don't have to get a 300 or 400 cc motorcycle. There is lots to choose from. But honestly, the RC 390 is a sex machine. It is probably the best looking bike out of that entire category. So those are my picks, guys. Hope you guys have a good one and enjoyed it. And that's about it. You guys have a good one. Peace.